What if Christianity, Buddhism, Judaism, and Spiritualism revealed how your faith can manifest unlimited money? What if your faith was the hidden force to attract wealth? Have you ever stopped to wonder if your faith could be more than just spiritual comfort? Imagine for a moment that what you believe in doesn't just give meaning to your life, but can actually become a key to unlock the doors of material prosperity. Sounds bold, right? But that's exactly where today's journey begins. In Christianity, Jesus once said, "If you have faith the size of a mustard seed, nothing will be impossible for you." That phrase is not only about spiritual miracles, it also opens the door to a deeper reflection. What if faith itself could be a channel to manifest abundance in the physical world? In Judaism, the Kabbalistic tradition speaks about the creative energy of words and intention. In Spiritualism, we learn that our thoughts shape reality. And in Buddhism, meditation and the power of the mind show that reality is largely a reflection of what we cultivate internally. Now think with me. How many times have you believed in something so deeply that it eventually became real in your life? Maybe a relationship, a job opportunity, or even an unexpected healing. And what if that same process could be used to attract unlimited financial prosperity? Here's your first practical step. Close your eyes for a few seconds and imagine your life filled with the abundance you desire. Don't just see it, feel it. Touch the emotions of already having it. Modern science calls this creative visualization. Spiritual traditions call it prayer, meditation, or intention. Different names, one truth. What you believe in with intensity, you begin to create. So let me ask you, what do you really believe about money? Do you see it as something scarce, difficult, and only earned through struggle? Or do you believe it's energy in motion, ready to flow to you when your mind and faith are aligned? That belief is the difference between living in scarcity or opening yourself up to abundance. In Islam, there's a principle called tawakkul, which means complete trust in God while still taking action in the world. This shows us that faith and action go hand in hand. It's not enough to just wait, you must align your beliefs, emotions, and actions. So here's your practical action today. Write on a piece of paper the phrase, "I deserve unlimited abundance." Place it somewhere you'll see it every day. Each time you look at it, don't just read it, declare it out loud with emotion and faith. This small act begins to reprogram your mind and creates a daily connection with your new reality. Now, I'd love for you to step into this journey with me. If this resonates with you, drop the word faith in the comments to show your commitment to manifesting abundance in your life. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Faith Prayer, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the powerful secrets we'll uncover together. How do religions reveal ancient secrets to attract money? Have you ever wondered why so many spiritual traditions speak each in their own way about prosperity? If we look closely, we'll notice that money, wealth, and abundance have always been present in religious narratives, though not always in obvious ways. In Hinduism, for example, there is the goddess Lakshmi, a symbol of prosperity, fortune, and beauty. Her worship teaches that abundance is not only material, but also spiritual and emotional. In Norse mythology, stories of gods hoarding treasures symbolized power and divine connection. And in Christianity, while renunciation is often emphasized, there are also passages where God's blessing is directly tied to abundance and multiplication, like the famous miracle of the loaves and fishes. But why does this matter for you today? Because all these traditions point to the same truth. Prosperity is energy, and that energy responds to how we connect with the sacred. Now pause and reflect. What were the phrases about money you grew up hearing? Maybe you heard that money is dirty, that the rich forget about God, or that spirituality and wealth don't mix. But are those beliefs really rooted in what religions teach? Or were they human interpretations designed to shape how we think about abundance? Buddhism, for instance, doesn't condemn wealth. It simply warns that attachment and greed bring suffering. In other words, the issue isn't owning, it's how we relate to what we own. In Judaism, prosperity is often seen as the result of living in covenant with God, following principles of justice and generosity. Here's your second practical step. Observe your daily thoughts about money. For just one day, Jot down every time your mind links money to something negative, like fear, scarcity, or anxiety. At the end of the day, look over your list. You'll notice that most financial barriers aren't outside of you, they're within you. Transformation begins when you replace those scarcity beliefs with declarations of abundance. Say this out loud: money is divine energy flowing into my life with ease. Speak it with emotion. Believe it as an act of faith. Whether you follow Christianity, Buddhism, Judaism, or any other spiritual path, the key is aligning your mind with the truth that abundance isn't a sin, it's a reflection of your connection with the divine. And remember, faith isn't just about waiting. Faith is acting, thinking, and feeling as if the impossible is already happening. When you shift your beliefs, the universe begins to respond. If this spoke to your heart, type the word wealth in the comments as a public declaration that you are ready to rewrite your beliefs about money. And while you're here, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Faith Prayer, and hit the bell icon, because we still have so much more to uncover together. Why could your faith be the language that money understands? What if money were a spiritual language that responds directly to your faith? It may sound unusual, but when we study different religious traditions, prosperity is always tied to an invisible code: belief, intention, and aligned action. In spiritualism, we learn that our thoughts are living forces, shaping circumstances around us. In Christianity, Jesus constantly affirmed that, if you believe, you will see the glory of God. In Buddhism, the mind is seen as the creator of life conditions. And in Islam, the principle of tawakkul, trusting God fully while taking action, shows that faith bridges what we ask for and what we receive. It's as if all these traditions are saying the same thing in different languages. What you truly believe begins to take shape in the physical world. Now reflect. How many times have you prayed, meditated, or asked for something while secretly doubting it would happen? Faith without conviction is like planting a seed without ever watering it. But when there is certainty, even if it's quiet and unspoken, the universe seems to rearrange itself to confirm that belief. Money, too, is energy in motion. It flows where there is openness, trust, and belief. When you think scarcity is inevitable, you close the door to abundance. But when you treat money as a divine ally, an instrument to fulfill your purpose, you create space for it to manifest in your life. Here's your third practical step. Build a daily gratitude ritual. Before going to bed, write down 3 things you are grateful for, specifically related to resources, money, or opportunities you already have. The amounts don't matter. It could be a meal paid for, an unexpected gift, or even a coin you found on the street. Gratitude is one of the most powerful spiritual tools. In Judaism, it attracts blessings. In Christianity, it multiplies what already exists. In Buddhism, it expands awareness beyond lack. If you practice this daily, your mind shifts from focusing on what's missing to celebrating what is abundant. And when your vibration changes, everything around you starts to transform as well. Now picture this. What if you treated money like a prayer answer? Every time it comes into your life, you celebrate it, give thanks for it, and direct it towards something that reflects your faith. That shift in perspective transforms money from a piece of paper into a sacred tool. So the real question is, are you ready to use your faith as the language money understands? If your answer is yes, write the word abundance in the comments as a reminder that you already carry the key to unlock the universe's invisible treasures. And don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs this message, and subscribe to Faith Prayer. Each teaching here is an invitation to dive deeper into the mysteries connecting faith, spirituality, and prosperity. How can you use faith to manifest unlimited money without guilt or fear? What if the only barrier between you and unlimited prosperity was the way you see money? Many people live in conflict. They desire abundance, but feel guilt or fear at the same time. Some traditions have been interpreted to connect wealth with sin, or to suggest that only poverty brings you closer to the divine. But is that really true? In Christianity, we find passages where God promises overflowing harvests and barns filled with plenty. In Hinduism, the goddess Lakshmi is honored as the bringer of fortune and prosperity. In Islam, Financial generosity is a core act of faith, especially through zakat. And in spiritualism, we learn that how we use money reflects our spiritual growth. Across all these traditions, the real issue was never wealth itself, but the attachment, greed, or selfishness that can come with it. Now imagine your life free from the fear of prospering. Imagine using money as a tool to live with more freedom, to help others, to support causes you believe in, and even to expand your spiritual journey. When faith and money walk together, faith stops being theory and becomes practice, real impact in the world. So here's your fourth practical step. Create a conscious act of prosperity. Take a small amount of money, even something symbolic, and give it away to someone or something you believe in. The value doesn't matter, the intention does. This simple action sends a powerful message to your mind and the universe. You trust the flow of abundance and know that by releasing, more will come. This principle appears in many religions. In Judaism, there is tzedakah, an act of justice through giving. In Christianity, offerings and tithes are seen as seeds that return multiplied. In Islam, zakat purifies wealth. In every case, giving doesn't diminish, it creates space to receive more. So the point isn't just to have faith, it's to live faith in a practical way, using it to unlock the invisible flows that connect you to prosperity. When you act with trust, gratitude, and generosity, fear loses its grip, guilt dissolves, and abundance starts to manifest more naturally in your life. Now, I want to invite you to do something powerful. Write the word prosperity in the comments as a public declaration that you are ready to step into this new cycle without fear. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Faith Prayer, hit the bell icon, and share this message with someone who needs to hear it today. Together, we'll continue exploring the sacred mysteries that unite faith, spirituality, and the power of manifestation.